All right. Can y'all hear me now by chance? If you can hear me in chat, definitely let me know. Okay, cool. Thank y'all. No, that's really, really helpful. So yeah, I appreciate that. I was trying to say I'm Dustin Owens, K12 Esports League coordinator, and I am alone tonight. So bear with me as I'm probably going to be going through several things. Just trying to make sure that all the teams and everything are good to go for the evening. And so I will be casting as best as I can, trying to give some in-game analysis. Obviously, Robbie and myself are not experts, and so while I'm doing this, I'm also doing a lot in the background. So keep chat vibey, keep my job a little easier tonight, and we're gonna watch some really cool players and some really good players this evening. Kava Grizzlies, Team Two from Kava versus the Vava Bees triple question mark team. As they're coming in, Kava Grizzlies are 0-2. Vava Triple Q is 2-0, so this should be a very interesting matchup. But we have seen these teams before. Coming in on AJ and Lorzu, we have the Meta Knight and the Cloud, which is a very interesting pick. I'm used to seeing Lorzu on Greninja and an AJ usually on something a little different as well. But these players have been very versatile this year. Obviously, we're seeing some great stuff so far. Lorzu taking the first stock from this Kava Bears crew, working in round one on this small battlefield and kind of keeping things, Lorzu keeping some decent control of the battlefield with his long range sword and abilities and everything. But Meta Knight, AJ coming in, getting some damage, getting some poke damage, kind of coming in and out with that Meta Knight using some of those tactics. Gonna see a little bit of guard there from Lorzu going against AJ, looking to try to see if they can get another hit off, but AJ is currently being evasive with Lorzu. But as I mentioned before, if I end up going silent for any period of time, whether it's a couple minutes or 5 minutes, I may be doing something in the background. So the good thing is, you'll at least get the content, and we get to see these players continue playing. But right now, 114% is AJ. AJ gonna get that first stock take on Lorzu. And Lorzu is going to be able to come down and fire right back just because of that percentage difference. AJ trying to come in and trying to get back on stage currently. Is going to take a little bit of damage there by Lorzu. Lorzu making a huge hit, but not quite enough to be able to hit AJ off. Lorzu hoping to keep both stocks going into round two for their team. AJ at 97%, gonna have to be careful with Cloud's hit abilities here. Ooh, very close hit there. Getting that limit break up. Being able to come back to stage though and get a little bit of damage there on Lorzu, but Lorzu coming up with an up smash is going to find AJ and take that final stock for this round one. And so I think as I mentioned before, I'm used to seeing Lorzu on the Greninja, but we have had so many surprises, I feel like, this season in comparison to last. We've had a lot of players that we saw playing certain characters and everything during the fall season. And so now we're kind of getting a little bit more well-rounded, it seems like, with some of these players getting on different characters, which is super, super cool. I mean, obviously, most people have at least two, maybe three, you know, good characters that they're very well versed in, and that's really good to have to be able to do counter picks and stuff. And maybe sometimes they're feeling a little different. I know at least when I'm playing, sometimes certain characters sound good one night, and then the next it's not quite so good. But one of those things, just as a reminder, you're seeing right now, Lorzu is SDing as they need to take that stock off and make it the same as that last round, because as a team they have to get the non-stocks taken away. But Melee on this Sephiroth. So big sword versus big sword. Obviously, this is an iconic duo here from the Final Fantasy VII game. Feel like we have to watch this as a final battle type thing. Lorzu getting a good hit though from the stage edge, and a pretty big hit there on Sephiroth, but not quite able to get them off just yet. At 142%, they're gonna have to be really, really careful. One more major hit off the cloud, and unfortunately, trying to charge up an ability, Melody not able to get back to the stage, and is gonna lose that first stock. Melly really, really good with the down smash there to try to get that clear from Lorzu. But Lorzu keeping on the offensive, not letting up off the gas this go round. Some really good hits coming off there by Melly. Great opportunity to have that stage guard, but Lorzu is going to be able to come up and over and find it. But Melly getting that stock take is huge. Melly wanting to continue that momentum. Currently at 87%, though. Going to have to be careful. It's going to get hit to 102, but Lorzu trying to stage edge guard. Melly, unfortunately, not able to make it back to the stage. Is going to find that second stock take. Some really good hits though there by Melly, getting Lorzu up to that 67% now. Limit break being used by Lorzu, gonna do some damage, but not enough at the moment. And Lorzu not able to make it back to the stage, and Melly is actually going to be able to come out on top of this one for Kava, being able to keep 4 stocks for their team going into this round 2, or into this next fight. So Vava currently with 6 stocks. Vava currently has the upper hand in terms of the stock count, but we know here at the K12 Esports League that does not matter. We've seen some really crazy comebacks and everything in the previous season, and don't expect anything less. But Permafrost, I can say we have seen the Min from Permafrost, so we're very well versed with them coming in on Min. And this is going to be an interesting fight for the remainder for sure. Ellie taking those 2 stocks off based off of the outcome of that last fight. Perma with the full set of 3 stocks. If Melly is wanting to keep Kava in a really good position, they're going to really need to 3-stock this. But I'm not sure entirely. I'm assuming it was just a swing. Unfortunately, Melly not going to be able to find the target and is going to get knocked off the stage. Vava feeling pretty good going into this last fight during round 1, during this set 1, as they have 6 stocks to 3. But again, even though it's a mountain to climb, we have seen it climbed before. It is not impossible. So Kashua coming in on the King K role, which we've seen several of those this season.
3, 2, 1, go!
Casual with some good hits there with the crown, but oh, permafrost. I just okay. I see what that is now. I didn't see it at first, just because I was looking somewhere else too. Looks like the arena or the stage was incorrect, so they are just doing a quick reset for this one. Nobody's losing any stocks this particular round. It was on battlefield instead of small battlefield, so all good there. It happens. We are very accustomed to that. And if you are wondering, obviously, like I'm casting solo tonight. Let me explain a little bit last week. So last week we had fully planned on doing streams pretty much all week. Monday was obviously a holiday. That was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so we had switched our matchups to Friday. And we actually did get to stream a matchup on Friday. However, there were some technical difficulties. Honestly, I still have no clue as to what exactly happened with that. But it is all good. We've kind of gotten everything worked out now. The really, really nice thing is if you're wanting to catch the week 2 matchup with Lavka versus MGLVA, highly recommend going to our content within the YouTube page. I promise it's posted because I posted it today, and it's still a really good matchup to go watch. And Concord University is streaming on there, and they're casting, doing a fantastic job to start us off for the year. They could not actually stream for us tonight because if you're anywhere along the East Coast, you probably got some of that winter storm and everything. So, let's see. Okay. Good deal. Sorry about that. I just want to make sure that we were all good to go. They just need to be able to change that stage to the small battlefield. I shouldn't have to change anything, but I wanted to make sure that all my settings were good too. But yes, with Concord University, the university was closed today, as most of the universities on the East Coast, at least in our vicinity, was. So we are casting tonight, and we are hoping that Concord University is going to be able to come back next week for us to continue casting these live. Hopefully we'll have all those bugs and everything worked out. But quick shout out to University of Idaho on our Twitch channel, live currently. After this Smash matchup, I highly encourage to go over there and watch a really good Valorant matchup. It is actually, it's funny because it's another California team. California is all over the place. Kava versus North Carolina Virtual Academy is happening on stream over there. But with that being said, we are back in action on small battlefield with Kashua on this King K rule. Permafrost on Min Min. Let's get it on. Potentially the final matchup of set 1. Coming into this Kava Grizzlies versus Vava Triple Q matchup. And some big hits there right out the gate from Kashua. Enough to make Permafrost not be able to get back to the stage, which is huge. That's a huge start for the Kava Bears as they begin this uphill climb, trying to take these stocks off of this team. Permafrost getting some really good jabs in there to be able to knock King K Rool off, but Kashua being able to get back up on the stage. Gonna take another huge hit against Permafrost, making it 95%. Not much to be able to get Permafrost off the stage if they're able to get back and perform just even a simple combo with that King K Rool smash ability. Both these players, though, in the 90 percentile. Gonna have to be careful. Kashua looking to get that belly flop to get this stock taken off. But Permafrost doing a really good job being evasive and deflecting the cannonball back. I thought that was going to be a knockoff, but Kashua being able to come back down. And Kashua with that belly flop is going to finally make contact. Permafrost down to 1 stock for this round. Kava putting themselves in a really good position. Kashua coming back with this. The Permafrost on Min Min trying to keep on the offensive, knowing that King K. Rool is at 162%. Gonna get a good hit there, but it's not gonna be enough to get this King K. Rool off. 196% now. It is crazy to me how these heavyweights, how much damage they can actually take, and then we will finally see that first stock take off of Kashua. Perma gonna have to play really smart to keep this match going. But Perma still doing a very good job and setting up the next person in line in the event that they can't get Kashua off. Doing some really good edge guard here, not giving Kashua a chance to really get their footing in place. Is going to find a little bit of a belly flop damage there. And yes, I'm going to continue calling it a belly flop because I don't fully remember what the controls are to be able to do it, but 53% is Permafrost. Oh, it was a decent hit there. Gonna try to go for the side smash, and is actually gonna be able to deflect enough to keep Permafrost off the stage. So Keshua on King K. Rool here, only missing one stock, and has now evened out this matchup for the third fighter coming in for Vava. Kava currently 2 stocks, Vava 3 stocks. So Kashua being able to climb that mountain for Kava, being able to get the momentum that they need to get these stocks off. And what a turn of event here. So obviously, I can't speak that language, so I'm not going to be able to read that name, but we know them as Kazuya, so that is what we're going to go as this go around. So you have Kashua on this King K. Rool, and then Kazuya from the Vava team coming in on the last matchup here. And so with that stock being taken down, Kashua coming in on Kazuya, getting some damage in already, up to 66%. Kashua, though, starting to take some damage here from Kazuya. That's not going to be confusing at all. I may just call King K. Rool so that way a little easier to, otherwise I'm going to get tongue-tied. 92% here on King K. Rool, 120% on Kazuya. And that's going to be the first stock take. I was waiting for it. Kava making this match very even at the moment, but Vava getting this King K. Rool up to 125%. Oh, and a big stock take there from King K. Rool. I was not expecting that, but wow, what a play there by King K. Rool. Kazuya obviously needs a stock take here to keep things alive as they're continuing to take damage. And with this King K. Rool, anything is possible. 107%. Oh, and oh my goodness, the final stock being taken because of the suction on King K. Rool's cannon there. Wow, what a stock take. What a matchup though for Kava to be able to come back and take Vava in this round 1. And so coming into round 2, we're going to switch over to Final Destination. And then we get to watch it all again, folks. This is exciting. This is this is a really good matchup. I wonder if if we're going to end up seeing this matchup go to all 3 rounds. We love being able to see all that because it is able to showcase these players so well. All right, and it looks like this round we're going to see AJ come back in first on the Meta Knight. And Permafrost looks like they're going to stick with Min Min. And we are ready to kick off this round 2. A little bit of poke damage here coming off of Permafrost onto AJ. AJ being able to come back though. Doing a great job of trying to weave in and out of the damage while also applying damage. Is going to get hit there though in the process, but is going to be able to find some contact there onto Perma. Perma with a good shield there. Is able to dodge that first one, but is going to be followed up by another hit from AJ. And a good dodge and smack there from Perma as well. Oh, and a big hit there by Perma. AJ having the first stock removed. Perma currently at 80% though. AJ doing a good job of reading some of that range from Perma, and unfortunately Perma is not going to be able to get back to the stage. Making this one stock off of each team so far. Currently, AJ up to 106% is going to have to be careful. 121%. Perma getting a big hit there is going to find that second stock. Vava currently having the advantage. AJ, though, with a really good hit there. Perma currently up to 124 now. AJ with a really good hit there. Perma off. Is able to come back to the stage. Looking to try to capitalize. Perma wanting to keep both stocks for his team. But AJ with a good down smash there is going to find that stock take. And it looks like Vava is going to come out on top during fight 1 of this set 2. But at the cost of 2 stocks so far. Both players doing really well with some of the damage, the evasiveness. And for the second fight coming in, we're going to have Melly back on the Sephiroth. Perma obviously taking those 2 stocks off from the last fight. Melly preparing as Perma is able to come back in. Gonna take some damage onto Perma immediately. Perma trying to get a footing, but Melly is not letting up. Big hit there on Permafrost. Oh, and with, I was going to say that was a close one. Perma did a really good job by getting back to the stage, having that time to be able to get back on it without getting hit by that blast. Same thing again, but is going to get hit by that one. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to evade, and Melly being able to get that final stock off of Permafrost. Kava currently, well, actually just making this even. So each team has 6 stocks. Very, very close matchup here tonight, folks. And it looks like we are going to have that rematch with Cloud. Lorzu coming in on the Cloud. Melly not going to have to take off any stocks, though, keeping them in a pretty good position for Kava. Lorzu trying to have some of that range, knowing that Sephiroth has just a little bit more on the sword range than the Cloud. Lorzu trying to get that limit break powered up. And a cancellation there off of Melly. Melly currently at 87%. And climbing a little bit here. Good down B there by Melly onto Lorzu. Good counterplay there by Lorzu too, though. Lorzu being able to make it back to the stage is going to get a big hit on Melly, but unfortunately in the process, trying to do that edge guarding is going to lose a stock. Thankfully, Lorzu is going to be able to come back and take that stock off of Melly. But that was actually a huge stock to lose from the Vava team. Every little bit counts in this game. Melly at 59% though. Lorzu coming in on them, trying to take some ground, is going to find some good hits there. Melly going to come back though with some of that. Oh, and a very good slash counter there by Lorzu to send Melly back, and then following up to take that stock. It's a great play there by Lorzu. Lorzu trying to find some space there, and unfortunately is not going to be able to make it back to the stage. Is on the offensive at the moment, trying to make up for the stock loss. Some big hits there to Melly. And Melly trying to come back down onto the stage. Unfortunately misses the edge and is going to get that stock taken. Vava currently with a slight upper hand, but only by 1 stock. And we can only assume that Kashua coming in is probably going to be on this King K rule, given their success during the last round. And the assumption was correct. So Lorzu now going to make sure to take 2 stocks off, coming in with only 1 stock against this King K rule. He's going to quickly try to find some ground, but Kashua was ready for that. Shielding up, some big hits coming off of there, applying some big damage already right out the gate. Really good hit there, though, by Lorzu to be able to get Kashua off. And continues to try to find some. Really good shield there from that belly flop. Is going to get hit by the crown, though, in the process. Oh, and Kashua with a counter there, sending the crown back. And with that up smash, Kashua able to keep all 3 stocks. Going into this final battle, this is considered match point for the Kava Grizzlies. If Vava is able to take the 3 stocks from this King K rule, then they will have a chance to keep going on into this 3rd round. And we're going to see Kazuya coming back in. Was able to do some decent damage to King K. Rool during that last fight, but Kazuya with a big hit there to be able to take that first stock off of King K. Rool. Was a little bit of confusion, and King K. Rool is going to be able to fire back to get this last stock, or to get that first stock off of Kazuya. A little bit of a mix-up with the stage, but players are okay. They can just play this out. Kazuya with a big hit, though. Being able to take this King K. Rool down to that final stock. Oh, and a good dodge there by Kazuya. King K. Rule on the offensive, trying to make up for those stock loss. Kaji at 125%, 135%, and that up smash from King K. Rule. This is down to the last stock for each of these players. And this is huge because this, like I said, this is match point for Kava. Fava with the opportunity to keep it alive and unfortunately not able to get back to the stage. Kazuya making some really good plays there initially on those first two stocks takes, but just not quite able to find the edge in time. King K. Rule, Kashia from Kava being able to hold on. And Kava Grizzlies are going to take home this win tonight against the Vava Triple Q. So the Kava Grizzlies' first win of the winter season. Great matchup to watch here tonight, folks. But I love seeing all the different players. Like I said, some of the characters and everything were completely different than what we had seen like from the fall season to this season, and that's been a pretty common theme throughout some of these teams and everything. So kudos to all these players. Though they did some really good plays tonight. It was a great matchup, very close, down to the wire there on those last couple of stocks. But with that being said, again, the Kava Grizzlies are going to take this win tonight. But we just want to say from the K12 Esports League that we appreciate all the support from the parents, learning coaches, the coaches. Obviously, we could not do this without them. The players are absolutely amazing. And to any teachers or staff or any other friends that may be watching and everything like that, thank you for the support for these players. Next week, we should be back on air with Concord University being able to cast over Super Smash Brothers. Obviously, we will always be on standby to try to get a stream going in the event that doesn't work out, but we should be back online with them. If you are interested in continuing with some of the action here tonight, again, on Twitch right now, we have the University of Idaho streaming our Valorant matchup between Kava and NCVA, so California versus North Carolina. Currently, North Carolina is up 11-3 in this first round, but hey, we have 2 rounds of Valorant. These two teams are teams that made it to playoffs last year and are super competitive. So, highly recommend going to watch them next. But with that being said, you probably won't see me or Robbie again until Fortnite. And unfortunately, that didn't work out last week either because of tech issues, too. So last week was just a few streams, but that's okay. We'll make sure to get everything worked out for this week so that way we are back online with that. But I will catch you all another time. Have a great rest of your day. And thank you again for everything that y'all do.